All right, Mike, good to go. We're ready.
Perfect. So Jordan, I mean, it's pretty close to a home game here for you, right? So what was just the excitement when you heard UFC was coming back to Calgary after all this time and they wanted you on this card?
Yeah, no, it's a great opportunity. I got lots of friends and family that are going to be coming up. I live in Lethbridge, Alberta, so it's 2 hours south of Calgary here, and there's going to be lots of people making the drive, and it is like, I come here and I train. My daughter lives here, so I got lots of family, and there's going to be lots of support, and I can't wait to put on for the city and the country and everything.
Yeah, do you thrive off that support, or is it like bring extra pressure maybe in not the best way, or is it all positive in that sense?
I think it's all positive. I've done I've been the enemy in enemy territory, and you get some energy from that, and been the hometown guy, so there's both positive to both.
Yeah, and I mean, after the last fight, I know maybe the comeback didn't start off the greatest, but you got where you wanted to be. Pretty much, you said you were going to do exactly what you did. You said I was going to be a more aggressive fighter. I was going to go in there not worrying about these kind of things, and you went in and kind of delivered the performance I think you wanted. What did that mean to you? Oh,
it meant a lot. To follow through with what you're going to say and to accomplish what you want to do it's meaningful, and it felt really good, and everything was coming together. I was doing things I've never done before. I hit a nice judo toss on him, and did lots of things to him that I wanted to do, and also that just came. The things were just coming to me, and I was just taking what came, and it all came together.
Yeah. Prior to that fight, was there any internal struggle, like did I make the right decision to come back? These kind of things, and then does that all wash away once you finally get the win? Oh,
not really. No, none of that was there. I had those 2 fights after my retirement with Amel and Bilal, so that was. Those were losses, but I got back in there and I did my thing, and but that's what my thing was with Eric Silva. Be more aggressive, and I accomplished that.
Yeah, absolutely. So how do you carry the momentum off that? Like, what do you change, if anything, or is it just, do you feel like you came into the right mental place last fight and you just backpack off that?
Exactly. I think I'm right there. I want to be even more aggressive, and I want to get the finish even quicker. Get a finish. I haven't had a finish in forever, and I really want to take this guy out in under 2 minutes.
Yeah, under 2 minutes. Do you see a proper path to that, or like what makes you feel you can do that, or is that just like a goal you set for yourself and it wouldn't matter who's the opponent is?
Yeah, that's just a goal I've set for myself, and I want to be super aggressive and take him out, and wherever that goes, whether that be a submission, striking, wherever, and I just want to take him out.
And there's a fine balance though there, right? Because like you go too aggressive, you walk into something, things like that. How do you make sure when you get into the cage, like you have that, I want to finish this guy quick, but also I don't want to get finished.
Yeah, well that just comes with respect. You have to respect everybody that's in there, and he's a counter fighter. Every time you come at him, he's looking to counter you and throw those big punches and big kicks, and so I just have to respect him. I respect Alex. I don't take him lightly. He's a dangerous individual. But that being said, I'm still going to go out there and I'm going to finish him.
Yeah, I mean, you've kind of done it all in terms of opponent in the sport. So when preparing for a fight, I mean, do you even look into the opponents anymore? Do you just kind of judge his basic skill set and then prepare yourself, or how does it work at this point in your career?
Yeah, I tend to watch a little bit more fights, a little bit more footage. Recently, I used to never do that, but I do it now more, just to see tendencies and see kind of style and what they do, and kind of the last guys they fought. And Alex has fought a common opponent in Josh Berkman, his last fight. So. Yeah, just I do pick. I don't think of too much like I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this because this is what he does, because it can change, and it can be dynamic in there, and that's what you have to be, is dynamic and flowing and ready to adapt at any time. So that's where I'm at with that.
Yeah, what do you make of his skill set? I mean, he's walking around today with a shirt that says La Guillotine on it. He feels that he got a nice guillotine win in his last fight. I mean, what do you just make of what he brings to the table there?
Yeah, like I said, he's dangerous. Clearly has a good ground game. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Dangerous striker. His strikes, he throws hard shots. So you got to respect that. But I'm going to keep putting pressure on him and make him fall.
Yeah, and I mean, getting a win here, you're back on a winning streak. I mean, what does that do for your career going forward? I mean, what are kind of the goals as someone that's been doing this since I believe you were 16 years old and kind of experienced so much in the sport? Where you kind of see things bigger picture? Yeah, well, bigger picture for me right now is getting finishes, back to finishing people. That's not happening for me the last few fights, and I want to get back to that and really crush people again. Yeah, and then to you, in your mind, you get those definitive, decisive wins, and that ultimately leads to top 15, top 10,
Absolutely.
all those kind of things that we hear all the time.
Exactly. Putting together wins is super important, but putting together proper wins and finishing people is even better. So that's kind of where I'm shooting for.